Black Clover is back, and let's just get started. So, Asta is, of course, impressed by the fact that he's in an entirely different country, and he's also freaking out the fact that he's in an entirely different country. And Ryu's like, don't worry about it. Well, you just need to focus on training at the moment. Asta tries to respond, but he can't say his name properly because, that's the joke. Westerners can't say Japanese names. So he can't say his name properly, and he asks him, okay, so what is a shogun? And Ryu basically responds by saying, it's basically like your Wizard King. Which, that's kind of obvious. Like, the whole Clover Kingdom King, Wizard King thing was basically based off of feudal Japan's system of the emperor and the shogun, basically. Like, you have the king, and then you have the military king. That's basically what the emperor and the shogun were in Japan. So that's basically what a shogun is. It is the Wizard King. He also tells Asa just to call him Ryu, just so it's easier for him. And Asa then thinks about, wait, if you're the Wizard King, shouldn't you be strong? You don't look very strong. I can't sense magic power, but even so. And Ryu's like, yeah, no, it's true. I'm really not that strong. And so his female attendant, we'll get to her in a minute, responds to Asa by saying not to speak to Ryu in such a disrespectful manner, basically threatening him at the moment. Just straight up wants to kill him. Just wants to kill Asta. The best part is that Asa's like, she seems familiar to me, but I shouldn't go anywhere near her. He can instinctively tell that she's a danger that he should not be messing with. So Ryu decides to show off his city to Asta, just for the fun of it, so Asta can get to know what's going on. And Asta's really impressed by just all the stuff he's never seen before. He really is enjoying it. Because there's these two street performers, basically. They pull open some scrolls, and out of them appear firebirds and water birds. And they basically just do this performance dance. And of course, Asa's confused because they're not using grimoires, they're using scrolls. And Ryu's like, well, in our country, we use scrolls instead of grimoires. Also, we call it sorcery, not magic. Their customs are slightly different, but basically the same in many ways. And then Asta sees a stand of either nobo potatoes or pot potatoes, depending on the translation you're using. Basically, it's the food from Hod Village that everyone eats, because it's the cheapest shit you can buy and when you're poor. Asta gets really excited and just buys one and feels nostalgic for his hometown. Asta then sees a little boy pointing at something, asking his big sister for it, and that reminds him of a time when he used to do the same thing with Sister Lily. And he actually starts to get really depressed at this point, because he remembers Sister Lily basically being turned into a paladin and asking Asta to straight up die. I mean, seriously, the art lately has been really good. I mean, you can really see the torture in Asta's eyes at the moment, the way he looks at in this specific panel. I'm so glad the man took the 3 months break. Also, apparently he's going to be taking regular breaks as well. We got a break next week, but still, thank God. He consistently was just popping stuff out week after week after week, but now that he's going to have consistent breaks, he's going to be able to rest and just be able to put out what we basically hope he can with his art, because man is a brilliant artist. Ryu then straight up senses something, or basically sees the future, runs over to the boy and his sister and basically guides them in a different direction. And when next thing that happens is the wall explodes and some bandits come out, basically looking to steal everything. Why are there bandits in the hometown of the Shogun? You're basically asking to get your ass kicked, but whatever. You do you, dumbasses. So Asa's surprised that Ryu was able to protect him. Like, is he strong? Like, no. He just guided them away from what was going to happen. He knew it was going to happen. So Ryu's ability to see the future is basically still there. And it must be key-based because the bandit then looked down at Ryu and basically threatened him. And Ryu's response to them is, well, I don't have magic. So it must be key-based, based his ability to see the future if he's like Asta and has no magic. So he just asks his attendant Ichika to handle it. And she says, very well. And the bandits apparently start laughing. Even though everyone in town recognizes her immediately, the bandits don't seem to recognize her. Once again, these guys are just idiots. And what we see is her power up, and we basically see the electrical impulse going through all of her nerves, through her muscles. And you actually get to see her muscles in her arm, and they just fucking bulge. And Asta's freaking the fuck out. He can clearly sense just how monster she became in an instant. Dark magic just envelops her body, and these 4, basically shadow clones appear out of nowhere and just one-shot each of the bandits into a fucking wall. It's an instant thing. So the townspeople then start cheering and saying, Yami, Yami, Yami. She's one of the 7 Ryuzen. It's Yami, it's Yami. And Asa's like, wait, Yami? And you're covered in darkness, and you're extremely strong? He then rushes over to her, and she just grabs fucking face like Yami does all the time, and starts squeezing it. And she's like, do not approach me so casually, outsider. And she just lifts him off the ground with one arm and just starts squeezing his face. And he just goes limp, unable to resist or do anything. He's just freaking the fuck out. Asta, even against Yami, not her Yami, but Yami, even against him, he at least tried fighting back the first time his head was being crushed by Yami. Right now, he's just scared shitless at the moment. And Yami's like, yeah, you figured it out. Ichika is Yami's little sister. And Asta is, of course, like, holy shit. And Ryu's like, well, if you really want to get stronger, then just train with the 7 Ryus. And she's still holding up in the fucking air, Ichika. And she's like, Ryu may think that you're, may be looking out for you, but I hate men like you. And it's just straight up just doesn't give a shit. I don't really understand what she means by I hate men like you. Is it that he's loud and impulsive? Because she hasn't really gotten to know him very well, like at all, really. Also, if Yami's sister joins the harem, that'd be very fucking weird. Because we already know Asa's able to turn tsunderes into, into his harem. So I'm assuming this would be more like a yandere than a tsundere, because she doesn't seem to be I hate you, but I want to be friends with you. It seems to be like I just straight up hate you. So yeah, Asa might turn a yandere into his harem, which that would be terrifying. But at the same time, it's Yami's sister, so that'd be even weirder. Also, I get that he's recommending that he train with with basically their version of the Magic Knight captains, which is fine and all. But wouldn't Asta be better off learning from a guy who's able to see basically the future without having magical power? Wouldn't he be able to teach Asta how to do that? Because I'm assuming it has to do with ki. So therefore, he would be a better training master than the 7 would. But if that's where this is going, I guess we're going to be introduced to all 7 samurai at once. That'd be crazy. Okay, so let's see if we can predict what the 7 samurai all look like. We already got Yuzu, so we got 1. Let's see, there's going to be a big guy, and there's going to be a sexy woman, then there's going to be one that yells a lot. Let's see, that's 4. Let's see, I need 3 more. Oh, obviously we're going to have the one that stands in the corner is very quiet. Then we're going to have the one that's slow-witted, obviously, but ends up being a badass anyway. And then finally, the scaredy cat. Yep. There you go. Those are all the 7 samurai that I can see happening. Do you all agree with me, or do you got your own thoughts on what they're all going to be like? I would appreciate it if you put in the comments, tell me what you think the 7 samurai are going to all be like. But yeah, I'm going full anime trope on all of them, just for the hell of it. And I also changed the stereotypes a little from what the Black Bulls are, because if we just get a repeat of Black Bulls, but in Japan, that'd be very weird. But then again, they could just be a replica of the Black Bulls. But I'm going with my guess. My guess is the 7 that I picked out. Alright, so if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, give a thumbs up, so you can enjoy more Black Clover and other anime things. Thank you, and have a great day.